Today on Logan Lee Adventures, we continue our Texas road trip. Yeehaw! Driving from San Antonio to Fredericksburg to then end up at Waco, Texas, so making our way through Central Texas. We're rolling up in Fredericksburg and y'all, this town is so cute. So cute. Okay, so we're parking right now and this is Marx von Fredericksburg, which is Marx is like the square, like German for square or German for like market. So here, I'm just gonna show you out here. This is Marx von Fredericksburg. Okay, let's go. And then
Marketplace.
Oh, marketplace. That makes sense.
Yeah, marketplace. Von Fredericksburg.
Yes, Market Square. So this square was originally a 2-block area in which included was now the courthouse square. So you can see the courthouse is over there, across from the square, and has been the center of Fredericksburg since the city founding in 1846. It is so beautiful here. So I definitely would not have imagined or guessed or even pictured a post-colonial German town to be in Texas, because I don't know the history, but yet here we are, and it is so picturesque. It is very European in the architecture, so it is kind of like mind-boggling to see this town, Fredericksburg, plopped into Texas itself. Now what is here? This is Pioneer Memorial Building. Oh, it's a museum and gift shop now. Most of the first German immigrants who came to the Texas Hill Country were a very curious group. History has it that the German dictators back then, which were the voracious kings of the independent lands that were loosely called Germany, were becoming very paranoid about the learnings that was going on at the universities, particularly about representative forms of government, constitutionalism, and voting. At the same time, such philosophers as Hegel and Schopenhauer were becoming popular for teaching personal independence and relying only on observable science, which is then the scientific method as we know it, as opposed to faith. So these growing insurrections in the streets, mostly by idealistic students and their professors, prompted the ruling oligarchs to devise riddance schemes. Meanwhile, Texas needed citizens desperately, and only in the East Texas was the population dense enough to prevent Mexican troops from running over them. So representatives of Texas urged Germans to send immigrants to Texas. Freetown lots and land grants were offered as enticements. Now, the royal set up a stock company to attract German investors, but no commoner could buy stock in it. Its purpose would be to get troublemakers or any dissatisfied Germans to emigrate to Texas. More than 45 ships were contracted. So then from 1844 to 1850, more than 12,000 people came and created this part of Texas. Remember me. And remember me too.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly feel like I'm in Anne of Green Gables, and with an E, just like so old-timey. All these boutiques are so adorable and cute with different clothes, antiques, knickknacks up and down this main street. This part of the main street, and of course the building itself is very historical. You can see, I mean, it's hard to see these buildings because you're walking underneath them, but you can see this is what they look like on the other side stretch of Main Street. I love the name of these stores, Talk of the Town. That one's called Liebeskin, a children's boutique. Liebeskin. This store over here at your house is just unique furnishings for your home. So you have some metal cactus here, you have wonky whimsy chairs, and it just looks like a yard sale. And that's the vibe. The mamacitas, the nachos are free with the dips, the salsa, this guac. Well, I don't think it's guac, but this is all included, which is so nice for like to start off your meal. Y'all, this would be 10 euros in Europe. So I got some chicken chimichangas and beef fajitas. Look at this sizzle. And also this portion size. My hand is literally, see that? And also this is just a plate of the sauce on the side. Okay, I made my own little taco here from the fajita, so I'm gonna just roll it up. And then I'm gonna just eat it like that. Down Main Street again. Gonna work off what we ate. Like that Tex-Mex is so yummy, was so yummy, but woo, am I full. You have to roll my body down Main Street right now of Fredericksburg, but I'm gonna try to be somewhat healthy on this Texan road trip. Now, what I didn't know before coming on this Texas road trip is that here in this area, there's so many wine tastings because there are vineyards right outside Fredericksburg, like just around. It's like the wine country of Texas, which I just didn't know because, you know, like you think of things like lager room, which of course, like beer for Texas, but wine for Texas, especially made in state, that's pretty cool. Looking around Fredericksburg, who knew that back then hundreds of more immigrants would arrive here? The mix of people became more and more typical of the usual German towns in America. Along with the highly educated, now came skilled workers such as carpenters, harriers, farmers, and orchid experts, storekeepers, and teachers. And meanwhile, a famine throughout Europe and the rise of factories with slave-driven bosses caused great discontent there. So glowing stories about the beauty and the opportunities available in Texas Hill Country began to reach Germany. Still, more volunteers began to apply at the office in mines so they could be sent to Texas as part of the so-called German colonization of Texas.
State Park Historic Site and then also the National.
Actual crops here. This is something that Jeroen found and is really cool, and we then on our way to Waco, made a pit stop to explore Landon B. Johnson National Historical Park. So it's a huge plot of land and everything is free. And you can just drive through to different pit stops to explore where the 36th president of the United States grew up here in Texas. Now this is the living historical farm. So everything you see here, it's actually a real farm site, which is really cool. There's actual real crops. So I think like it's like an open air museum. You can ask the different actors about the farmland, how the state park comes to be. Look, there's huge turkeys running about. So cute here. See how big a turkey is, see? This is the farm life that I want. No, the farmhouse. Like a cottage getaway. Here used to be a cotton farm, and it was a cotton farm up until the 1940s, the mid 40s. But now it's a food preservation center, as you can see. Being able to walk through these rooms, just envision what life would be like back then. This farm here started by the Sauer family, and the Sauer family were German immigrants that came from Germany. Well, it wasn't Germany per se back then, they were just city-states, and then lots of German immigrants, as we saw from Fredericksburg, came here to this part of Texas and came all along. And then the Sauer family started up this farm here, which is still strong and standing today. And because of the cotton farm, they had 10 freaking kids, I learned. Can you imagine 10 kids? Having 10 siblings? 6 boys. Gosh, how do we feed all those mouths? I can't even feed myself properly, you know, sometimes. So this portion of the farm, that's where up there the kids stayed and slept. And yep, this is the real deal, and it's a historically preserved farm now, over 100 years old. When the Sauer family gave it up, they sold the farm to the Beckmans. So now that's why this place is called the Sauer Beckman Farm. The Beckmen, they continued the farm life, and they were prosperous when there was this kind of like I forgot what it's called. There's like disease that wiped out some of the cotton farms in the deep south, like Georgia, of the US, and so they were able to prosper for prosper for like about 5 good years here. And so they built this back house right here, and then they built this white part out front of this farmhouse, as you can see. And Miss Beckman got to live a good farm life for the 5 prosperous years.
For this western part of Texas.
The national park area, right?
This is so Anne of Green Gables. I love it. Wow, it's beautiful. This is such a beautiful farmhouse. I am in love with all the details. This is like a bedroom here. It is so peaceful out here, so quiet. So wardrobe here, wash basin, and then you have your gas lamp at night, because of course there's no electricity back then. As you can see, there's no overhead light. Now you may be wondering, what's the connection to Lyndon B. Johnson and this farm? Well, Lyndon B. Johnson was born just across the river here, and one of the Sauer kids was the midwife to help Lyndon B. Johnson born. And so growing up as a little kid, up to like when he was 10 years old, he got to run around this farmland, which is beautiful. And so, oh boy. So a lot of the politicians, you know, they want to preserve the spaces where they grew up so that you can explore just like what we are doing right now today, and get to know their history and get to know their childhood. And this is a huge part of his childhood, which is very, very idyllic. So while the President Johnson frequented Washington for like so much of his presidency and adult life, he always considered that this was his house home. So during the White House years, it served as a busy office, a working range, a quiet refuge from like all the pressure of being a president in such a tumultuous time. So guess why this is then nicknamed the Texas White House. That is the river, of course, that divides the land. So the actual Air Force One, it was too big to land here, so it usually lands in Austin, and then President Johnson had to take this jet plane over here. So you can see a little jetpack. How cute is that? From Lyndon B. Johnson Historical Park, we were driving to our next destination, which is Waco, and on the way Jeroen saw Blue Bonnet Cafe, and he's like, this is the national flower of Texas, so we gotta pop in, especially since now is 3 to 5. Blue Bonnet Cafe has a happy hour pie special, so we love our pies, so we're gonna get some. The flavors.
Yeah, you're cute.
Oh yeah. Wow. Ooh, I'm torn between coconut cream and coconut meringue.
This is coconut cream. Milkshake strawberry.
So this is the banana cream pie, and then this is the coconut cream pie. They sure look similar, but I just know the taste will be so different because you can see the banana here. Gigantic strawberry milkshake. Oh my goodness. It is just like a regular size here.
Alright, so our total is
a lot of people may think that Texas state is a desert, but it actually isn't, especially in central Texas and not this part of Texas state itself. And we love driving here because you can see so many crazy ass ads all along the highway. Actually, we really want to go to this store called Buc-ee's, and there's literally ads after ads, billboards after billboards for Buc-ee's, but we didn't get a chance to. So hopefully in our future trips to the US and to Texas, don't mess with Texas, that we'll get to go and experience a Buc-ee's and just pit stop in and explore it. Because look at how many freaking ads there are, one after the other, just along this highway for Buc-ee's itself. Okay. Now, we have made it to the outskirts of Waco. So we're gonna end the day arriving to our accommodation in Waco. But before that, we're gonna grab dinner bite at Whataburger. So we've been seeing Whataburger around quite a lot in Texas, which made me so curious because I knew Whataburger is like around the US, but I did not know that it originated in Texas. So we're gonna have to try it out because I actually never had eaten Whataburger before. It's so good.
It's the milk.
Yeah, the melt is just the melt. The sweet and spice baked version.
Yeah, got you. Is that all for you today?
Yeah.
We're waiting for our Whataburger meals, but look at this. This is the size. This big size aside. This is the size of my face. The length of my face. How gigantic this drink is, and this is just the normal size that comes with your meal. Now, this is also what I've learned that Whataburger is also famous for, is that the burger is supposed to be so big that the patties that you have to hold two hands to eat it. That was originally what it's known for. So the drinks definitely live up to it already. Here we have this is our melt. This is one of the all-time favorites. And then this is actually I don't know. And then one is like the bacon and cheeseburger classic. Let's see what that. Oh, that's the bacon cheeseburger classic. Look how big this is. Gigantic. Can you lift that up for me? The inner content. Oh yeah. That includes egg. No mustard, that's mustard. And then here we have the melt. As you can see, I've never had this in a fast food chain before, where it's like a sandwich with two patties and cheese. And two different types of, oh no, it's one type of cheese. It is so good. Wow. What a burger.
Smoky.
It's so good. It's like it's nice of a tangy kick to the sauce. Alright, it's breakfast time. This is the day after getting our rest at the Best Western. I love these like side highways, motels, hotels. This is a hotel actually, but I love it because it's so convenient and it just makes me feel like I'm in an American movie. Okay, this is the breakfast area. Nothing fancy, just good old American experience. Like some tater tots. Okay, that's all I'm getting because that's all Euron's getting. Oh, this is pretty cool. You can make your own waffle. It's a whole waffle maker. You just push. Maybe I want to make one. I don't want to eat the whole thing. That's the issue. Okay, I'm just gonna try that. Here. Ooh, this is so cute. Look at this. The waffle is in the shape of the state of Texas. Oh my goodness. I love this. And it smells so good, y'all. Now to get it out with this Don't want to ruin it. I try to poke it out. Whatever's in this batter, it is so outrageously tasty. It is a really great way to kickstart my day with some American waffles. Because West Texas tastes so good right now. We're not in West Texas, it's just a part of the waffle I'm eating right now. Ooh-wee. Waco has a sheriff instead of police here. Just taking a stroll through Waco after a waffle breakfast. Waffle in the shape of Texas, which I can't get over. And did you know that Waco is actually the birthplace of Dr. Pepper? The Dr. Pepper, the drink. There's actually a Dr. Pepper museum here. It's not open today, but that's something cool to check out, I guess, in Waco. It's also home to Baylor University. It's pretty cool town. We don't have much time here because we're continuing our road trip and we're heading up to Fort Worth, but I like Waco so far. It's a chill vibe. Y'all, I love fast food chains in America because there's just so many all around the US, and some states have them, some states don't. I think this is Cracker Barrel is all over the US, but you spotted this ad as we were driving on our road trip around Texas for this breakfast. I think it's all day actually. I'll show you what he really wants to get. Like, he was obsessed, and so now we made time to go to the Cracker Barrel. First time going to the Cracker Barrel. It's such a fun name to say. That's what he wants. Obsessed. It looks so good, right? So that's what we're gonna get. So this is the pancake cheesecake pancake, and it's hot. The side of baked bacon. Here's the peach cobbler with vanilla ice cream on top. After this meal, we're gonna hop back into our car and continue our Texas road trip. We're gonna be driving from Waco all the way to Fort Worth in Texas and then to Dallas, our final stop in this great Lone Star state. But I hope in the future we'll get to be back because I really truly love Texas. The food, the kind people, the sights, the history here. It's fantastic, and I still want to show you all that is left in this adventure. So stay tuned for the next vlog. Give this video a like, hit subscribe if you haven't already, and leave me a comment below because we have still one more adventure to go, Logie Bears. Yeehaw!